talk about your journey a little bit. Let's talk about how we got to. I know you kind of touched on it a little bit. You
Mhm.
definitely talked about being a teacher and changing your name from your cool substitute to 1,000 Hunny and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Which
But yeah,
wait,
let's talk about your
I don't know if you know, but
yeah,
I
your
have
Sunny
my
tattoo.
Sunny tattoo,
Yep, 1,000 Sunny. Yep,
and then on my other arm, I have the Mary,
there you go.
Oh my
and
god,
then
I have got to get a tattoo. I got
and then
to.
I have Totoro here, which is also one of
Oh,
my
I did. I
favorites.
don't think I've seen the
Oh,
Totoro. I knew you had him. I think
Yeah.
I never saw it
that's
before until now.
dope.
Yep, I have a Totoro.
So
My cat's name
dope.
is Totoro.
I did know that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, tell us. I guess yeah. Let's talk about the journey going from, again, teaching to now full time content creating, full time cosplaying. From the Android 18 cosplay to now Nami. You got a whole bunch. Obviously, Nico Robin, Tamari, Catwoman,
Yeah.
Makima, which was the ASMR Makima. It's hilarious. The April from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Starfire, Daphne, and the list like just goes on and on and on. Yeah, just I guess give us a little bit about the journey and how fun it was, the difficulties of it, the joys of it. You don't have to share anything that you don't want to, so I'm not trying to pry too deep, but whatever you're willing to share with us, we would love to hear it.
Yeah, I'll list my social security number first, so you get that out of the way.
Hold on, real quick. Especially now, based on what you told me, it sounds like I could. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So it's realistically been very fun for me and very enjoyable. First and foremost, I am a skinny, straight passing, pretty white woman. That has been huge in my journey, right? I would not be here and I did not experience the same experiences as other cosplayers who aren't white, who aren't straight passing, and aren't what people would consider conventionally attractive or skinny, right? So, because of that, I've had a really lucky journey and a very privileged journey for that reason. So that's been a huge part of it. So when I say I've had a good experience with cosplaying, I'm very lucky because a lot of people don't.
Yeah,
Not to discount all of the work that I've done,
yeah, absolutely.
because I think one of the biggest parts of my journey that has been hard, but so worth it is the community that I have built around my cosplaying. So when I did decide to kind of go, know what, I'm going to try to make a career off of this. A huge focus of my content has been the community and the people who are supporting me. They proudly call themselves simps for me. We kind of joke about it. I kind of love
I'm
it.
sure it's not a joke.
It's not a joke, but like it's a silly term that we've now kind of cultivated as part of my community. And um it started out kind of hard because people associate cosplayers with like uh creepy Reddit incel energy, right? Like those are the kind of comments you're going to see in my Discord, right? You assume you're going to join my Discord and it's just going to be a bunch of like gross people talking inappropriately, right? And I worked from the beginning in my Discord so hard on making sure I do not like self-deprecating humor. Like all some of these guys will come in and they'll be like, "Oh, like Honey would never talk to me." And I'm like, "Nope, we're out of here with that. Like you have to be in here and you have to love yourself or you're not this is not the space for you." I made sure that people are kind to each other, that they respect me, that they do not talk about me like I'm an object. They talk about I am very active in that server, so if you say comments, I'm going to see them, right? Make sure that the kind of jokes that are in there are appropriate, that they are kind, that they are respectful. It's all adults. It's all 21 plus. It's not even 18 plus. If you're under 21, I don't want you in my server because I'm an adult. I don't want to
Yeah,
be chatting with
Yeah.
kids. It's weird.
yeah,
So I've worked really hard to create a community that supports my content, and all that work I put into that Discord and my community has made the biggest difference in my content because people join my Discord or people join so people join my Discord and expect something and then all of a sudden are like, "Wait, this is like actually really nice. Everybody here is cool and respectful and you're active in this space." Like that's not something they experience a lot in like pretty cosplay girl world,
yeah,
right? They're expecting, and the women who choose to not interact with their community also do it probably for safety reasons. There's kind of two spectrums of it
yeah,
where I am on the extreme spectrum where I interact with my community very heavily. And because of that, the benefits, I have a community that respects me so much and kind of walks on their tiptoes because they're worried that I'll boot them from this special space that they have gotten into, right? They know that I'm going to see what they say. They know that I'm active. So they treat me like a freaking queen. It is wonderful. But the bad part is you get some parasocial relationships with that, right? You have some people who are going to think, oh, Honey's my best friend. I know everything about Honey. You don't know me. Honey is not my real name. Oh, surprising, right? Like these people don't know me. And sometimes I have to navigate that parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
So these women over here and non-binary people and whoever choose to make these cosplay communities, they don't interact with their community, but what they don't have to deal with as much is those parasocial relationships. They keep themselves safe by not interacting with their communities. It's just two different ways of creating a community space for cosplaying. I just feel like I've been successful because I chose this path. I probably could have been successful if I kind of stayed away from my community and just focused on kind of like pushing content without interacting with the people who participate in my content. But because I've posted stuff and I interact with my community, I think I've been very successful for that reason. Because if you look at like my numbers, for instance, like part of what my job is having to make sure that my content is successful. I don't have a lot of content that blows up, but all of my numbers are very consistent, which is actually, I feel like, very good compared to someone who doesn't have constant, like consistent numbers. And I think that's because I have a really active community that I interact with a lot. When I post something, they're real excited about it. When I do something, they're really excited about it. I had people travel hours and hours to come to C2E2 to meet me. This summer, I have a bunch of people coming to Fan Expo Boston, someone coming from France to meet me. Like these people have loved the community that I have created so much that they're coming to meet me. Like it's really wonderful. And
are you real quick? Are you going to MomoCon?
That was gonna be.
I have passes to MomoCon, but I'm not going.
Oh,
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Come on, honey.
So sorry.
Come on.
I'm so sorry. I'm taking May off from going to cons because I've gone to a con every month. And
well,
I'm
just
so
don't cosplay.
Tired.
Just come hang out. Just come chill.
It could happen, but it's likely not going to happen.
So with like people like visiting you from France, like how surreal is that? Like to like at one point having like nobody like really like noticing you to like now it's like and not noticing you but like being on the level of like now a content creator to where you have people flying in from freaking France. Like how surreal is that?
It's crazy. It really hits me when I go to cons. Like I've taken pictures with people and I go to hand them my business card to be like, oh, if you want to tag me or send me the photos, they go, I know who you are. I'm like, what? Like that's crazy.
I'm already in there.
Like people are like, I know who you are, honey. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, not that, like, I'm now almost equally recognized as, oh my God, look, it's Nami, a cosplayer who's cosplaying Nami, and oh my God, look, it's Hunny. That's crazy. Like, it's wild. And I thank all of my friends that I make content with. I know, Joe, you've seen my content with my friend Ditto. We are wild on the internet. We are wild. It is fun. Absolutely. It is all just silliness. But because of him and because of the people that I make content with, I love collaborating. I love making content with other people. I've been successful because of this community that I've built. And it makes me really happy because as someone who was a former school teacher and maybe future librarian, right? Like that's what I'm studying. Community and personal relationships is where I'm most successful. My like authenticity and the way I speak and the person I am. Like the camera turns off and I'm going to talk to you guys the exact same way. Like that's what people are most surprised about when they meet me in person. They're like, "What? Like you're really nice to me." Like I ask them their name, I give them a hug. They're like, "What are you doing? Like why are you doing this?" And I was like, because like you said, right? Is it so surreal to have these people coming? I am so thankful for them, right? Like those, like not to knock some A-list crazy celebrities, but people like Doja Cat. I've heard her say these things before where she's like, I'm successful not because of my fans. And I'm like,
that's not true.
That's not true though. That's not true. And you can not discount your own work, but still acknowledge the fact that you have fans that support your work.
Exactly.
And I honestly give more credit to my fans than I do myself. My cosplays are cute. I'm a good cosplayer. I am nothing compared to some of these other cosplayers online. I cosplay pretty redheads. Like, that's my niche. And I found that niche and it's fun. Like you said, Starfire, Daphne, Nami. I hate wigs. I hate them. I'm so bad at wigs. I think I look ugly in wigs. I don't like them. So I cosplay a bunch of redheads, right? But there are some people who put so much work into their cosplays and I give them so much credit. I give a lot of credit to my community for helping me with this because it is not a fun job sometimes. I have to, my art is my body, right? That's a huge part of it. That's hard to like look in the mirror and be like, I look ugly today and I have to be on camera later, right? Like that's hard as a 26-year-old woman in the world. It is hard to have those insecurities. I've worked really hard on them. I don't get those insecurities as much as I used to. But like comparing yourself to other cosplayers, comparing yourself to other girls, comparing yourself to like anime characters. I'm dressing up as a like this big with like double G cup tops, right?
Yeah.
That's not
realistic.
I don't look like that. That's not real. And to put like at the end of like who was it? When I did Sanji's sister cosplay, at the end of that video, I had me and I put a quick image of her next to it. And after I posted it, I had a few days where I wanted to take it down because the picture of me and the picture of her, all I noticed was the difference between her upper half and her waist size versus me. And I was like, I don't look like that. Like that I don't look as skinny as I should be in this cosplay. And then I was like, that is an animated character.
Exactly.
Take a breath. That's not a human being. You look wonderful. You worked hard. Keep it up, right? But it can get really hard for that. And my community has been so good at reminding me that I am talented and that even though 100. I don't make giant mech cosplays, don't discount the cosplays that you do. Like I said, like even just 30 seconds ago, I was like, I'm a good cosplayer, but I'm not as good as these other people. I sometimes need to take that vernacular out of my.
You are a dope cosplayer.
Thank you. It discounts some of the work that I do. I try to stay humble because if you don't, then you just don't look as authentic. And I think that's part of again why I'm successful because I'm humble and authentic about the work I do. But at the same time, I'm good. Like I need to be okay with being prideful at times. It's not all bad to be prideful.
Absolutely. To get to where you've gotten this quickly in this short period of time of doing it full time. Obviously you did a little bit while you were still working and whatnot, but like to get to where you are and to do as many cosplays as you do and your cosplays look amazing. So like all that, throw that out the window, like whatever. Like your cosplay, like definitely give yourself the kudos and the props that you deserve. The work that you put into it, you definitely deserve it. So
yeah, they're fun. I really do love them.